Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Today's matchup features the top-scoring pass offense in the NFL. The Saints are top 10 in passing TDs, and they'll go against the Giants, who are very aware of what they'll be dealing with. With that, let's get over to the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. As usual, the streets in the nearby French Quarter are alive as we are in downtown New Orleans at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. Tonight, we kick off Week 6 with a great Thursday night matchup between the New York Giants and the New Orleans Saints. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Saints team as they enter play. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Giants, we're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should, and what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They're led out by Eli Manning, a New Orleans native who played his high school ball about 3 miles of here. So you know he has a lot of friendly faces in the
Isidore Newman is where he played and gained some.
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. So here's the starting 11, and the human highlight reel, Odell Beckham Jr., watch out for him.
One of the few guys in the league that gets you and I out of our hotel rooms early to get here for pregame warm-ups and watch him go through his routine. He's absolutely amazing catching the football.
Now Manning throwing on 2nd down to Shepard, complete over the middle. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Love the call by the offensive coordinator, recognizing the situation very well, calling for the play-action pass, and completing it.
Fresh set of downs here. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They go play action here on 1st down. And brought in by Jarrell Adams. 20 yards on the pickup there. And the Giants are going to get a 1st down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. This is Coleman. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And here now, New Orleans defensive unit.
Stephon Anthony acclimated quite quickly to the NFL. As soon as he joined the team, he became their leading tackler.
So what will they do? On the ground, through the air, let's see. 2nd and 9. Manning to throw on 2nd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Red zone opportunity. The Saints with an extra defensive back here on 3rd on the field.
Could they blitz?
From the gun on 3rd down, Manning. And he's got his man on the out route. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
I feel like Eli Manning has just gone from downfield bomber to a guy who can complete everything.
He can hit him underneath now, can't he?
Yeah, we just saw that there with that pass completion. The maturity of a veteran taken with the defense will give him.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
And that's been a pretty darn good drive to start things off here in this game. Move the ball downfield well, and after that run, they're set up at 1st and goal.
Working from the gun, Manning. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Sheldon Rankins busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
Well, surprise, surprise. 1st and goal at the 1. No quarterback sneak. No running play. They decide to throw for it, but the pressure got to him quickly and put the quarterback down.
Manning to throw on 2nd down. Going underneath, it's Coleman. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. Manning now on 3rd and goal. He's got time. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
On now is Kai Forbath to try the field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Forbath will put this one through. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. And Charles, they get the field goal. Took them a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. That's complete. It's Gordon. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Let's go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. First down coming there on the intermediate passing play. That's been a point of emphasis, they told us in practice, using those medium routes to keep the defense off balance.
And it wasn't just them telling us. We got to watch them practice it and work on it because they've been trying to fine-tune it and get it right before this game. And I think they have to be happy with the result.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that is incomplete. Kobe Fleener, the tight end, his intended target. And that'll bring up second down. And we look now at the defense for the Giants.
Jason Pierre-Paul, so good to see him back on the field, resuming his place as one of the elite pass rushers in the league.
So 2nd and 10 here. They'll look to throw again. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he's brought down. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Time running out here on the play clock. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 12 yards on the pickup. And that leads to a New Orleans first down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
He'll look to throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. And partner, a nice little connection there on the corner route.
The receiver set it up perfectly, worked his way inside, and then broke it back to the outside for the completion.
And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. One quarter in the books here on a Thursday night. 3-0 is our score. We'll head back to New Orleans after this. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he lost the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's New York set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. Coleman. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And this is going to be incomplete. Here's Brad Wing now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Take it at the 37. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we'll put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
They'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. And they'll go with a ground attack here. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
On every snap, the defense is trying to establish who they are, but
they'll try and sneak it here. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down.
one of the hallmarks of their success this year, they've been fearless on 4th down, and they convert another one right here to move the chains.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now this time he'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jason Pierre-Paul in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And the play clock's running down. They'll look to throw here. And it's caught. Kobe Flainer. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They'll need to get the play off quickly. They'll run it now out of the gun. Working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Play clock winding down. Back to throw now on first down. Dancing to his left. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a second down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Larry Ridley. Larry will have highlights and analysis of this first half. I'm guessing mostly defensive highlights that we will see.
Yeah, and that's kind of cool. No touchdown scored yet so far.
Yeah, none whatsoever. Back to throw. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now first and goal.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big first down, and sets up first and goal inside the 10.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. It's their quarterback. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Saints have taken the lead. So a quarterback scramble, certainly a pass play, but he saw something, tucked it, and got in the end zone.
A lot of quarterbacks, when they scramble, they're scrambling to create more time to throw the ball downfield. In this situation, as you noted, he tucked it and took off. Great play by him.
And here it's just a simple question of whether or not the ball broke the plane. Well, I said it's simple. It's not really that simple. This could be really complicated.
We would love for it to be simple, to know that it did actually cross the plane of the goal line. But as you described, it is a difficult call. All it takes is a portion of the ball crossing that line. Now the officials have to determine if that happened.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
This challenge was initiated by the guys in New York. Taking a look at the play, less than 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, I'm sure the coach wanted to challenge it, so he's probably going to send the New York office a holiday card. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field.
Good! Look at 56! Look at 56!
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up third.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Mark Ingram as the first half is winding down. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the second half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation where you try and get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot out to start the second half.
Could be a big turnaround. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This one taken just inside the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
Watch left, watch left, watch left.
On 1st and 10, here's Manning. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Manning surveying the field. He's going to float this one deep right side. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando, where we'll check in with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. Let's take a look back at the first half. Both the Saints and the Giants are having some issues finding a way into the end zone. They'll both look to improve their play on offense and pick up some touchdowns in the second half. All right, let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Giants starting it up on their opening drive with plenty of pressure this half and another sack. This one ends up as a loss of 6. Saints line up at the 8. He'll take this one off the right edge, and he caps off the drive on this run. The lead grows to 4. Saints have it later on the drive. Quick throw, and Ingram gets the pass. And he capped off the long drive with the TD. Saints go up by 4.
All right, Larry, thank you. A fairly tight game here as we get set to resume play in this second half. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here.
Cut in left, cut in left. You got 4. You got 4. All right, here we go. Gun!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Some pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Leopard! Leopard!
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Flush to his right. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he's brought down after a good gain.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And now a first down following that long gain.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Time running out here on the play clock. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. It was Jason Pierre-Paul who was able to get him down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain. But sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room.
They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
Now Manning throwing on second down. He finds his target, Beckham. Give him 30 yards there. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Here's Coleman. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
They will run again with Coleman. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Wasn't that long ago that the NFL guys really didn't adopt much from the college game. But one thing that has crept in there is spreading things out, opening things up, not even just in tempo, but maybe getting better line splits and spreading the field. I think that would be a great strategy right now to try and open things up in the run game.
So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Throwing is Manning on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
Well, Brandon, this is a former first-round pick, and he's been a bit of a disappointment in his career up till now, but he's still got room to grow. And this is an excellent play right here to come away with the football.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
Watch 89. Watch 89.
Let's go. 3-19. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Over the middle, open is Thomas. The ball comes out. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Offense with a fumble, but they recover it, and it brings up second down.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule. Where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well. Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
He'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jason Pierre-Paul able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Here we go now. 3-19.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
In most pass defenses, the guy playing safety has the ability to roam free and try and go to the football. But when you're in man, you've got to cover just like a guy playing out on the corner. Lock up on the receiver and go to the football. That's exactly what he did, batting that one away.
Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90! Got four down. Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a fourth down.
Well, the deep defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
Pressure comes, and the Giants block it. Now it's picked up inside the 45. And they wind up having it inside the 35 at the 33. So much for pinning him really deep. Short punt could have pinned him inside the 10. Now great field position the other way.
It's never good when you're punting the ball and your eyes see the ball go.
Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Manning to throw on second down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Looking for his receiver, sharp, and it's intercepted. Delvin Breaux with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Tight is right. Watch tight. Tight is right. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the fourth. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Slot man moves right.
No. Check. Patriot.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He's got time in the pocket. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Olivier Vernon in there to get him for a loss of 5. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's a right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground. When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot. Times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
Watch it now, Barney. Black 99 Philly, here we go. Black 99 Philly, here we go. Over. Leopard.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete. Thomas, the intended target, and it's 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now. Remember, though, he did have one blocked earlier. The play clock's running down. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. And the Giants ready to come out now. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. They'll send Beckham alone to the left side. Manning will try again on 2nd down. To Shepard, complete over the middle. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there, a 22. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in.
And now the ball comes out. Manning lost it, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
the field comes New Orleans. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal. They try the corner route there, Charles, and it works to perfection.
Boy, that's hard on a defensive back because if you get any fake or move to the inside, you have to respect it, and then the receiver breaks back to the sideline.
Set, blue, landing. No, check, Patriot, leopard.
They'll need to get the play off quickly.
Gun.
They'll set up a throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now we've got a giant player here, slow to get up after that last play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They come out here in the eye. Now they'll run it on the taunts. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. And in this situation with the lead, 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6.
And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Mark Ingram. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. He'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word.
They'll send Beckham alone to the left side. Throwing on first down is Manning. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop, but that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything, so it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
And the numbers comparison, and something tells me he likes the numbers a little better for this week. What do you think?
No doubt about it. And, you know, we often look for the deep meaning about, okay, why did this happen last week and this one, this? Sometimes you just play better. And we're seeing that from him. Looks happy, loose, running around, and making plays.
And, oh, this is Beckham remaining down on the ground. And apparently in some pain. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So the offense has it 1st and 10. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Manning now on 1st down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. Now Manning again. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was hoping to get that one to Tevin Coleman in space. And it's 3rd and 4.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Looks like that at just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump.
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Sterling Shepard, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants have got it back to a 1-score game. And that time, he came out of the slot for that big play downfield for the score.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was what we call scheming a guy open. Put him in the slot, know that he has tremendous speed. What you're doing with your other receivers is likely running shorter routes to draw the...
And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you're trying to throw quick hitters, quick slants, you know, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Getting late here in the 4th, and if this team has any chance to win this football game, their defense obviously needs a stop here. Play clock winding down. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief, because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it, and that's exactly what they did.
And New York set to take the field. So the fumble recovery, and now Manning. Going right side here, and that's complete. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. 2nd down now after the pass completion. He's back to throw. Complete. This is Lewis. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. And quickly, they get to the line.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him.
Oh, no, he lost the football. So the offense avoids disaster, keeps possession. Now it's second down. Back to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the fourth quarter, and they got a big one.
Yeah, it's such a close game, a very big one. He'll look to throw. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped, altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now fourth down. And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on fourth down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great...
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And the return will stop right around the 25.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
The Saints coming out now to take the field. They have the lead, still a one-possession game, but the defense got the stop. They've got the football now, just salt it away, right?
Exactly. That's all the defense is.
Tight, watch left. Tight, watch left.
They come out here in the eye. The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set.
Everyone's got 4 down. Set! Green, 39!
Ingram again, a first down carry. Looking for an and now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. Now it's 2nd and 7.
Tight right. Hey, we got it. All right, here we go. Boom, landed. Leopard. Wide, get wide.
Ingram at tailback. He's got it running left. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. 3 yards left to grab here on 3rd down.
Detroit! Let's go! Here we go now! Move, landed! Detroit!
They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
For so many years, I was convinced it was a myth, because you always hear about the smaller running back. Oh, he gets lost, you can't find him, and sometimes that's part of his genius. But it's true. You get behind big offensive linemen, the defensive line guys trying to find him, trying to peek around people to see him, and he gets lost. But this guy gets lost in a good way for his offense, picking up big yardage.
6-man. Check girls, check girls, check girls.
The Saints in victory formation now as they'll take the knee.
Double tight, guys, double tight. 4 down, check. 4 down, 4 down.
And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for New Orleans, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll get the weekend off now as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Giants, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Saints are winners here as we say so long from New Orleans.